I'm Jennifer Bourne. I'm Elliot Bourne's sister. So it was a Sunday, May 9th, 2021. I was at an amusement park with my family when I received a call from a police officer to say that my brother's body had been found. I think at that time we didn't think it was real. We were so shocked. I had seen him literally the night before, fit and well. And what we were told was that the scene had been deemed to be unsuspicious and that we could go and be with Elliot. It took a test that was sent to London to come back that Elliot had died of carbon monoxide poisoning. That is when things began to unravel. So Elliot was found in a front room on a sofa. He had gone to that particular house to help someone in need. And had been given the sofa to sleep on for the night. A fire had been lit, an open fire within the front room, and Elliot had gone to sleep. What we do know is that there was coal bags around, so we believe that barbecue coal was lit. And what we think is that Elliot fell asleep to coals simmering, and that was what emitted the carbon monoxide that killed him, unfortunately. I have had the privilege of watching him grow. I knew him from birth. We were often commented on how close we were on brother and sister, and having your sibling pass away it's like an amputation. It's a part of you that you will never get back. And I miss that. I miss that every day. And the way Elliot carried himself, the way he was with his friends, the generosity, the smile on his face, the way you could come into a room and he would just light it up. Today is about remembering El. It's about remembering his spirit, and it's about remembering the fun, full of life person that he was.
Yeah, Elliot had a lot of great attributes. He was, he had the right attitude towards life. He was a good friend to a lot of people. He had a good work ethic, which is unusual in a lot of kids these days. If the tragedy hadn't happened, he would have had a great career. And it's just a shame the tragedy cut him short. He was only 27 at the time. And what's really sad is it really needn't have happened because it's quite preventable. But it's lovely today to see all his friends do remember him as he was. If he'd been here, he would have had a great time himself, you know.
He was just a relentless friend. He was always there. Such a generous friend, and something that I know I'll never find in anyone else.
I've known El literally from early, primary school days, secondary school, all the way through to college. So I would say probably the main thing with El is going back to generosity and his kind will. Whenever I needed someone, whenever there was that person to have a quick pint, to have a chat over, he was the guy, not just for me, for quite a lot of people actually.
From my perspective, Elliot was a true gent who, he really loved his sister, and that's the side I saw of it. He was a genuine guy that was always happy to see everybody.
Really, and you're going to hear this many times today, the most genuine soul you could ever meet, beautiful inside and out, was such a lovely character, would always do anything for anyone. He would always buy everyone, he would always spend his last penny, pounds on last note on someone at the bar. Would do anything for absolutely everyone, would never want anyone to go without any money or, without anything. He was a truly generous soul.
I mean, it sounds cliche of when people say he was such a nice person, but I think that encapsulates him, but it also doesn't do him justice, because his heart was just, I don't know, his energy went beyond himself. So, he's missed.
Yeah, so we first met when we was in year 7, so we must have been maybe 11 years old. So yeah, quite a long time ago, 20 years ago. I mean, around the specific topic, around carbon monoxide awareness, it's shocking, really, that these things happen, especially to people that are so young. And I'm glad today that you've come down to raise awareness for it, and hopefully that we show, a good job, and people lose their lives to this, and it's a serious problem.
No, the effects of a carbon monoxide poisoning, I don't think that's widely spoken about enough. You not have that blanket of safety. You know, you go to bed, you hear the fire alarm if it goes off. You don't have that, do you? Because it's not a legal requirement to have a carbon monoxide detector. So I think that is definitely something that needs to be changed. You hear of it being like a silent killer, but that's kind of in the back of your mind. I think you're thinking of like cars. I was thinking maybe like if something wrong with your car. I was never thinking in a home. My mum had an open fire that we'd sit in, like with my newborn baby. I was sitting there, and it never crossed my mind. My nana growing up always had an open fire. She'd be throwing wood in it. Lord knows if she'd had the chimney swept ever. So it just brought you back to like, this happened to him and this could have happened to any of us.
Every person, every family, every colleague, everyone I've ever known since Elliot's passing, I've asked them, do you have a carbon monoxide detector? You know, what is your plan? Do you have an open fire? Have you thought about this safety risk? And actually I was quite shocked at how little people knew of the dangers of carbon monoxide, and I think it's really important to get that awareness out there. And I think our absolute goal is to not let another family have the same pain that we are in at the minute, because it is pain, and he should be here now and he's not, and it's tough. It's really tough. So I think if we can help one family, that's enough for us. So that's our goal.